So
I mean, the hypocrisy is next level at this point.
Oh no, it's rampant.
Next
It boggles
level.
the mind. And it's because they build up echo chambers where they have enough of their supporters, their friends, family, whatever, their
Just
simps, that just
reinforcing it.
it's a feedback loop, and it's just like, oh, good job, and then we'll just ignore anything. And we'll just pretend that we don't ever see any of the negative or things that we should be critical about, and have like hold you accountable to how you didn't actually do your job.
You know, it's funny though. And this is probably going to be something that you and I can both relate in, which is because we both fall in the category of colored people. I hate, for the record, I hate that term. I think it's the dumbest shit ever. A lot of people who have some of the same takes that we have when it comes to being patriotic or, the system that we live in and whatnot, if they fall in the white category, they don't get a say at all, right? But if you're colored, we'll let you speak because you've been put down. You have been put in a situation where your life is less than. So now it's your turn to speak up. Well, what happens is this. Then you start to speak up and they find out, oh, he doesn't really agree with us and all the things that we agree on. You need to shut up too. So in many ways, it's like they will keep playing these different cards right up until you deviate from what they want you to say. And that's what I found hilarious. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I didn't know you was going to throw me a curveball like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you're colored. You're supposed to think all these other things that I think about. And I've noticed that, especially obviously growing up in Washington, I realized that was basically left. Like I was seeing that everywhere, which it was this sort of, people would approach me just because of the color of my skin, other colored people, and then they would strike up conversations as if we already knew each other and we're super cool with each other, and there is no rapport to build because of the color of our skin. And for the fact of the matter, that's completely, I think it's wrong to go about life like that. I think people's characters should outweigh the color of their skin every day of the week. And that should not be the defining factor of you wanting to connect with somebody. But I have seen the hypocrisy go to a level where it's almost like, here you have BLM fighting racism by being racist. You have Antifa fighting anti-fascists by being fascists themselves. You have the feminist group trying to put equality while at the same time trying to put a sex down so they can be superior in many ways. And so it's like, I could do this all day. And it seems to be a bit, well, obviously backwards, but why do you think that these different groups tend to be so, I don't know, radical in a way that it doesn't even make any logical sense if you take a step back and you assess how they're going about things?
Where's the consistency in these policies or these stances? Yeah, I agree completely. Why are they not only radical, but why is it like, how are they getting away with being so vocally stupid almost? I think it speaks to the level of entrenchment of the what's the word, the intelligentsia, or the educational / journalist industrial complex, if you will. This feedback, or this sort of coalition of cottage industries of journalists amplifying the work of academics that are saying what they want to hear, and academics catering to journalists that are, and all of them are on all of them are reading from the same radical leftist playbook,
drinking that same Kool-Aid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna go off on a big stupid tangent right now.
Let's do it.
If you're conservative, if you're religious, if anybody ever says to you, like, oh, you're just drinking the Kool-Aid, never let them do that to you, because the people that drinking the Kool-Aid is based off of Jimmy Jones. I think Reverend Jimmy Jones, I could be getting his first name wrong. Reverend Jones, the guy who took the cult of his believers down to South America, and they drank Kool-Aid that was laced with poison, and then they all killed themselves. Those guys were anti-religious and extremely leftist. Like he started a religion as a way for him to he was very explicit with it. He's like, I'm starting this weird fake church in order to get people to vote the way that I want them to do, and that is with the left. And so we're talking about a guy who was rubbing shoulders with Harvey Milk and Jimmy Carter's wife and stuff, and was receiving awards from the left. And so, if anybody ever accuses if you're somebody like me in any way, and they're like, you're just drinking the Kool-Aid, don't stand for it. Don't let them try to use something that is ultimately the left's fault, or the radical left's own issue, as something that you have to answer for, as a slur against you. That's complete projection. Sorry, I had to. I was welcome.
Platforms at Appropriate Culture. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.